So today we are going to use Sketchpad. And while we're using Sketchpad, we want to go over a few things. I want to use the shape tool and I want to repeat our shape over and over and over and over again. So doing that, I'm not going to use the star. I am going to go down here after I've clicked the shape tool up here on Sketchpad. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on the correct shape that I want to use. I want to use the square tool, and as you can see, it's so easy. All I need to do is plop. There it is. There is my square. Now in order to change that square, I'm going to go up to the selection tool, which is this white arrow. I'm going to click on the white arrow. I'm going to select this square and I'm going to make it larger because our shapes are going to go into one another to create our modern art piece. So I'm taking that square, I'm making it larger by dragging on the corner, and I'm going to make this square my background. So now that I've made it my background, it completely covers the background. And again, I'm using the selection tool that is highlighted in yellow. Okay. So now if I don't want to select something, all I need to do is click on this gray area. It'll deselect it for me. Now what I want to do is add another square. Now there's two ways of doing this. So I can click on the square and put another square on top of this square, which is very easy. But as you can see, now it's sideways. So again, I'm going to need to use that selection tool. I click the selection tool, I click on the square, and I see how these arrows pop up once I've selected this selection tool. So I'm going to turn that square, and now I have that square and it's the same direction as the other square, and that's what I want you to get to. So I'm going to enlarge this square on top of the original square, and I just keep enlarging and pulling it down because what I want to do is I want to have symmetry and I want to have shape in shape in shape. So both sides are the same. There's this square that's overlapping the other square, so I'm using layers too, and I'm enlarging it until I get it perfect. So this square, I'm going to enlarge a little bit more on the sides. So you can grab these tabs on the sides, and I'm enlarging. And I keep enlarging because your project, I would like you to have a shape within a shape within a shape within a shape, and this is kind of a neat little puzzle to do, and it creates something fun for class. I want to change this color so that I can see this shape on top of this shape. So I've selected it with the white selection tool, and it's now highlighted in yellow. I've selected it. There, it's selected. You know when it's selected because it has these tabs. Once I've selected it, I'm going to go towards the color palette because I want this fill color to be a different color so this color will show up. So I'm going to go to 100% and I'm going to look at that. It's at 100. I wanted it to stay at 100. I'm going to go to fill and all these colors pop up. Once I go to fill, I'm going to change that color to any of these colors that I want. I would like a flat color, so I'm going to click on flat. And now I've changed the background, the first square, to black. So I'm going to keep that at black, and I'm going to keep this as a gradient. Okay? So now I'm going to go to the selection tool. I'm going to deselect by clicking the gray area. And now I am going to select the black square, and this is important. I would like you to actually click on your Control button and your C. So you're going to Control C. Control C is copy. So you're going to copy this original square, and then you're going to hit Control V. Control V is paste. And as you can see, it pastes right on top. Now I'm going to go to this corner and I am going to drag it down, because what I have done is I've created an exact copy of the original square here. But now I want it a little smaller, so I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it fit there. So I'm going to grab on these corners and bring it up. I can also use my arrow keys. I'm using my arrow keys now. And as you can see on the bottom, I'm going to grab this tab and I'm going to bring it up. So now I have black gradient, black, and can we guess what's next? I would like to use our gradient. So I'm going to select the square, the original square that has the gradient in it, and I'm going to copy and paste. So all I'm going to do is hit again the Control C, and then I'm going to hit Control V to paste. So I'm making that square smaller. I'm going to go down to this tab, lift it up. I'm going to use my arrow keys. I'm going to get it nice and framed in there. So now we have this pattern now. We have black, gradient, silver, black, gradient, silver. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to click the black square. I'm going to hit Command C on your PC. It's Control C, so the Control button C, and Control V. I'm going to make this square smaller. And as it comes down, it might create a rectangle, and that's okay. We're still going to get the illusion. We're still going to get that really cool look. Now, as you can see, I always keep the same distance as the first time. So I'm just going to bring that out. It really needs, you just need patience and practice. And you can make yours any color you want. I just chose black and gray, silver. So I'm going to go to the original silver. I'm going to click. I have that. I'm going to bring down these tabs. I'm going to use my arrow keys. So it's nice and centered. I want all symmetry and centered. This is kind of a frame in a frame. And I'm going to keep on going until I reach the very middle. So I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. And if you ever need to replay this video, go right ahead.